Lasky, members of staff here present, student leadership, all protocols observed. I would like to start with a quote from the Book of Books, and I quote, "Mortals born of woman are of few days and full of trouble. They spring up like flowers and wither away. Like fleeing shadows, they do not endure." Close quote. Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather with heavy hearts to honor and bid farewell to the fallen heroes and heroines of Cape Peninsula University of Technology in the years 2024 and 2023. We gather here to celebrate their lives and dedication to learning, teaching, and service. They left an indelible mark on our university community. Our departed colleagues answered the call of duty with unwavering dedication and unalloyed commitment. As we remember their life and service, let us not mourn in sorrow, but celebrate the legacy they leave behind. Their legacy will live in our hearts and minds for a very long time. They will be remembered for their qualities of dedication, compassion, and innovation. Their absence will be deeply felt, but their spirit will continue to inspire us. Program Director, Ms. Shahida Hendricks, a few years ago we visited the University of Paris in France while attending the FSATI Executive Board meeting. We had an opportunity to visit the Pantheon in preparation for the relaunching of our Dome of Remembrance. The Pantheon is a temple of all gods. In 1881, it was decreed that it would be used exclusively as a mausoleum. We went into the crypt of the Pantheon, which is the last resting place of the great personalities honored by the French nation. I mean great men and women who contributed to science as well as the Republic of France. These are the philosophers of enlightenment, dignitaries of the empire, writers, scientists, and resistance fighters. I can quote among them Voltaire, who was influenced by John Locke, Isaac Newton, Plato, and Diderot. Marie and Pierre Curie, who is actually known for discovery of radioactivity, and of course a Nobel laureate in 1911. Victor Hugo, Rousseau, Émile Zola, and Josephine Baker. We were so inspired. We felt we must do the same here at home, and that added impetus to the project that you are seeing today. As an institution, we are trying very hard to instill in our community oneness and stand firmly for truth. I've heard people talk about their truth, as in my truth, and about the truth of others as in their truth. At this institution, we know that truth is untouchable, unchangeable, and absolute. This is an institution that we are trying to build because there is nothing like death. It's always an unfamiliar occurrence. Our role as an organization is that we want to appreciate and celebrate great and honest contribution and positively affirm our staff. As they say, courage is to seek the truth and tell it. Through the Dome of Remembrance and Achievements, Cput proudly commemorates the exceptional accomplishment of esteemed alumni, dedicated staff, students, and cherished friends in life and in death. This emotive homage is a demonstration to persons' exceptional role regarding advancing the university's mission and vision. That is oneness in action. Thank you all for gathering here today to honor our extraordinary staff and students who have touched so many lives on this campus. I have had the privilege of knowing many of them for the many years that I've been working at this institution. We remember their sacrifices, their valor, their intrepidity, their propinquity towards us, and their grace. We remember their smile, their love, their laughter, and their essential, vibrant, and transcendent humanity. Many things have changed. However, the purpose of the Dome has remained the same. It was and still is built to commemorate the exceptional accomplishment of its esteemed alumni and dedicated staff and cherished friends who have passed on. This poignant tribute is a testament to their unwavering commitment to excellence. We appreciate and celebrate their dedication to their craft and their unwavering commitment to helping us and others grow in leaps and bounds. Their patience, wisdom, kindness have helped countless individuals work through the challenges of their personal and professional lives. Today, as we say goodbyes, let us find solace in the knowledge that their sacrifice was not in vain. Their memory will forever be etched in our hearts, inspiring the future generation. Let us honor their memory by continuing to foster a love of learning, by supporting one another, and by striving to make a positive impact to the world. Let us honor their memory by living our lives with the same unwavering dedication to our institution. In conclusion, Program Director, our thoughts and prayers are with the bereaved families at their irreparable loss. We pray to the Almighty for the strength of all the family members to get through this extreme, depressing, and difficult time. And in one of the books, in the book of books, Ephesians 6, verse 14, is saying, "Stand before, having fastened on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness." I close that quote. In my language, they will talk about tiang ki hona, lintse li tlamile matheka ka senyepa sa nnete, mme le apere tshireletso ya sefuba e leng ho loka. I close that quote. Program Director, before I sit down, I wanted to say to all the families, aluhlanga lungahlanga. Enkosi mawethu ndiyabulela. Baya dankie. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Vice-Chancellor, thank you very much for sharing your words of comfort to us and to the families that are left behind, for those that we have lost. And something key that comes through is that courage that we have to carry on with our lives and the strength and the blessings to carry on, but to make a difference and to learn from those that we have actually lost. And it is important for us to remember those that we have lost. So this Dome of Remembrance is a symbol at Cput of our staff and our students, that we do not forget them, that 100 years from now, whoever is going to be here will remember that this was a very symbolic event and a very unique opportunity for Cput to create and establish this Dome of Remembrance. So the Dome of Remembrance is meant to stay forever. And as we say, that we come from God and we go to God. And the message about our learning, we say lifelong learning. So not learning only at an academic level, but learning about life, learning about what we have learned from those that have left us and how we need to still continue to make that difference. On that note, colleagues, I'm going to please ask the Vice-Chancellor to please come up again, and our Chairperson of Council, Dr. Lauren Pratsky, to please read to us the role of immortalization. So our Vice-Chancellor will read our students' names, and our Chairperson of Council will assist us with the staff names. Thank you, colleagues. Vice-Chancellor and Chairperson of Council.
How do you read? Do you read first?
Shall I read first? Yes.
Good afternoon. I feel very honored to be standing here before you to pay tribute to those many members of our staff and student body whom we have lost over the last 2 years. It feels like a very serious moment, but a very warm moment in a way, to be taking a little bit of time off to remember, to thank them for their contributions to this university. I'm going to start by reading the staff members who have passed on. Mr. Zulani Victory Chai, Mr. Wayne Coughlin, Ms. Francina Carolina Dupree, Mr. Sebonela Duma, Mr. Ntomboyise Princess, Ms. Ntomboyise Princess Gogela, Ms. Tozama Noxolo Letitia Gia, Mr. Zwelatini Mabalo, Mr. Madoda Johnson Mafalala, Ms. Sipokazi Mangaliso, Mr. Edelbert Malwandla Masekwana, Ms. Tobeka Veronica Machikiza, Ms. Nokopumla Victoria Mbekwa, Mr. Pilani Brian Machlongo, Professor Cornelius Mellet Moll, Mr. Patrick Mwanza, Mr. Mzokolo Mzwakyali, Dr. Udria Nasing, Mr. Guguletu Ndenge, Mr. Mzanyati Elliot Nkliketo, Mrs. Acacia Charlotte Peters, Mrs. Tanya Lynn Peterson, Mrs. Imelda Melissa Peterson, Ms. Naomi Rice, Mr. Ivan Earl Riddles, Ms. Avril Ruth Samuels, Dr. Bongiwe Silwana, Mr. Edgar Sompondo, Mrs. Pumla Florence Somgelwa, Mrs. Catherine Patricia Van Sale. May their souls rest in peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will read the list of our sons and daughters who passed on in 2023. Apiwe Aptibe, Letuguhle Dlamini, Sponelo Dube, Siposetu Koshagala, Ntateng Lolwana, Tulisa Lumko, Batobele Mabilwana, Lizalise Manana, Boinkosi Masuku, Asemahle Mehlo, Itumele Mukwena, Sipenati Ngeke, Anshia Pinar, Chandre Peters, Nezi Swa Raingana, Zimbindi Somtumane, Alulu Tosongelwa, Ati Tola, Hlanganisa Chaka, Lihle Chokolo, Mahle Baleni, Zandile Butelezi, Welcome Kane, Annelisa Krebise, Sive Kekwana, Asipe Kechwayo, Nkolisi Dlamini, Yanelisa Golozeleni, Jaden Kanana, Sanele Kupeka, Maumbi Esperance Quibe, Samgelo Mabuza, Cledman Makche, Zintle Makokwana, Rendani Mashudu, Iyasazi Mbambe, Lukolo Mdolo, Patrick Mwanza, Clearly Brian Ndlovu, Matabo Joyce Nantumbo, Sanele Nkosi. May their soul rest in eternal peace.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor and Chairperson of Council. May the light shine on those that we've lost always. We're going to go into a short moment of silence. And please, you say your prayer or your blessing for those that we have lost. Thank you, colleagues. May your blessings be accepted, and may your blessings send the love and peace to those that we have lost. We are going to ask our student, Prosperity, to assist us with the national anthem. And while he's doing that, I'm also going to ask the following people to come to the front, who will be assisting with the laying of the wreath. The Chairperson of Council, the Vice Chancellor, Member of Convocation, the Secretary General SRC, our Labour representative, I think I've called all of them. Thank you very much. Prosperity, if you could please lead us into the national anthem, and then we will start with the wreath laying. And once we've completed the national anthem, I will ask of our executive esteemed members to assist us with the process of picking up the wreath and handing it over to the next person. But I will guide you on that process. Prosperity, you can tell me when you're ready. So if I may ask, if everyone can please stand and share with us. This is one of our students that will share and sing the national anthem. Please join.
Greetings and all protocol observed. May we sing the national anthem. Kosi sikeleli Afrika, malupaka nyisu pondolayo, izwa imitandazo yetu. Kosi sikelela tina luswapolwayo, Murena buluka si chaba sa Yesu, ufedise dintwali matwenye, usibuluke, usibuluke si chaba sa Yesu, si chaba sa South Africa. South Africa, Eddie Blom van onze Yemen, Eddie diep dek van ons je. On ons in gebed, van die onze advocate, sounds to call to come together and united we shall stand. Let us strive and stand for freedom in South Africa, our land. Thank you.
Thank you, Prosperity. Raketso. We're going to do the wreath laying. And may I ask August if you can maybe just do a tune for us while the members hold the wreath for a second before handing it over to the next person. The wreath is quite heavy, so we were hoping that one person would be able to pick it up, but we will need 2 people at a time to pick up the wreath and pass on to the next 2 people, who will pass on to the last 2 people. So the first 2 people that will pick up the wreath is our SRC Secretary General. If you could please come to the front as well and join us. With the Chairperson of Council, who will pick up the wreath. The Chairperson of Council and the SRC Secretary General will pick up the wreath. and place your blessing on the wreath. So if you could just hold it for a minute, then hand it over to the member of convocation and the Labour representative. And lastly, if the wreath can then be handed over to the Vice-Chancellor and Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mayendi, to place the wreath in the dome. So if we could just take your positions while August plays a melody, while you put your blessings and say your blessings in terms of the wreath. On the table. Thank you, August. Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Thank you, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Prof. Mahende. Thank you to the Chair of Council, our Labour representative, Convocation, and our SRC Secretary representative. Thank you so much for assisting with the laying of the wreath. Colleagues, on our program, we would like to ask if you could please share some words of support or condolences. We have requested the Chairperson of Council to please say a few words of support and condolences, followed by our SRC Secretary General and our Labour representative, in that order. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks very much. That's a good idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Program Director. Once more, I say that this is a privilege, and I feel humbled to stand before you today. We've all lost family and friends. We all know how difficult it is to accept that they are no longer with us, or so it seems. And when it is an institution as large as this, we've lost a lot of people over the last couple of years. It seems amazing when I look at that list of both the staff and the students that we have in fact lost so many people. I suppose this is all part of being a big family, in fact, that the time comes. Sometimes way too soon, it seems, young people. Sometimes it's those who've left us recently, perhaps retired, and perhaps there isn't such urgency in life, and so perhaps one day we just don't get up in the morning and we're gone. But I wanted to share with you today a poem from Margaret Mead. She was a social anthropologist. I'm not sure if any of you remember her from long ago. She worked in all over the world, developing countries, understanding in her own way the rituals and the memories and the processes that we all go through. After all, this is as universal a process for us as humans, birth and life and death. And her poem is entitled Remember Me. To the living, I am gone. To the sorrowful, I will never return. To the angry, I was cheated. But to the happy, I am at peace. And to the faithful, I have never left. I cannot speak, but I can listen. I cannot be seen, but I can be heard. So as you stand upon a shore gazing at a beautiful sea, as you look upon a flower and admire its simplicity, remember me. Remember me in your heart, your thoughts and your memories of the times we loved, the times we cried, the times we fought, the times we laughed. And if you always think of me, I will never have gone.
May we ask the SRC Secretary General to please come and say a few words.
Thank you very much, Chairperson of Council, Vice Chancellor, Executive Management, my fellow comrades, students and staff. On behalf of the Cput SRC, we extend our heartfelt support and solidarity of this occasion. We extend this occasion serves as an important reminder of the significance of remembrance, healing, and unity in our shared history. As the students of Cput, we are deeply invested in creating spaces of dignity, respect, and inclusivity for all. This ceremony is an opportunity for us to pause, reflect, and reaffirm our commitment to the values that unite us: honesty, justice, compassion, and progress. We must ensure that the memories we honor today inspire action towards a better, more equitable tomorrow. Let us continue to work together in the spirit of solidarity, remembering that our collective strength lies in our ability to uplift each other, learn from our history, and to move forward with hope. We encourage all members of the Cput community to carry the lesson of this ceremony in their hearts, and we build a brighter future together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It is our students that is our future. So having them on board and their support makes this university that one smart university. So thank you so much. Thank you to the Chairperson of Council for that very inspiring words. May I ask Mr. Johnny Basson to please say a few words on behalf of Labour.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Program Director Shaida. Greetings, Prof. Slapo, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Platzi, the Chair of Council, members of Executive, members of Management, and the student leadership, union leadership that are here. All protocols observed. Now, it's never easy to speak at opportunities like this. And I'm thinking of many times when you have funerals, and I've noticed that now earlier, that after they made their speeches, you were not sure whether you may clap hands or not. It's supposed to be a joyous occasion as well, because we are remembering our colleagues that went on to be with the Lord. We're remembering our students for the impact that they have made. So I think it's all okay if you clap hands, if you smile, if you laugh for them. Today, as we lay the wreath, we remember the lives of our beloved staff and students who passed on. We remember them. We gather here to honor their memories. In times like this, we find comfort in the words of Psalm 34, verse 18, that says that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and near to those who are crushed in their spirits. Let us hold on to the promise of God that He is near to us, especially in our moments of grief, to us as colleagues, to us as fellow students, and to us as families as well. Though our beloved colleagues and students are no longer with us, we trust in the hope of eternal life. May their memories inspire us to live with purpose and with love. Though we feel their absence deeply, we take comfort in knowing that God, in His infinite love, has welcomed them into a place of eternal peace. As we reflect on their lives and the light they brought into this community of Cput, let us remember their legacy that lives on in our hearts. They have touched us in different ways. May we find comfort in the promise of God, of hope, of everlasting life. And may we carry forward the Spirit, or their spirit, with love, strength, and unity. Today, as we draw strength from the words of Jesus in John chapter 14, verse 1 to 3, that says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. I am going to prepare a place for you." As we pause to remember our dear staff and students who are no longer with us, our hearts are filled with the memories of the bright moments we shared. Each one of them was more than just a name or a face. They were dreamers, they were doers, they were people with aspirations, and beloved members of our university family. We remember the students who filled the classrooms and our residence spaces with their curiosity and passion for learning, bringing energy to every discussion, late-night study sessions, and projects. Their dreams were to change the world, to create, to serve, and to inspire. They look forward to walking across the stage to receive their diplomas, to graduate, ready to step into the future they were building with such dedication. And in the environment that we are living in the olden days, many years ago, they referred to the breadwinner. And many times the breadwinner was referring to the father of the house, the husband in the house. But our circumstances have changed, that almost everyone in the family who's part of the family has become part of breadwinners. So when we lost a husband, when we lost a wife, when we lost a child, we have lost a contributor, we have lost a loved one, we have lost someone who we have looked up to and for whom we have dreamed to one day have had to fulfill their aspirations and dreams. The dreams were to change the world and to create opportunities, to serve and to inspire. They look forward to walking across the stage to receive their diplomas. These students and staff that we have made an impact while they were around. The untimely passing even impacted hugely on the hopes and dreams of the families. We remember our staff who gave their time, their expertise, and hearts to make this university a place of growth and of opportunity. They were more than colleagues. They were mentors, guides, and friends. Their kindness, their wisdom, their unwavering commitment to the success of our students were felt by everyone who had the privilege of working with them. I also want to remember today a dear colleague who retired a few years ago, and many of you know him, Calvin Hooft, who worked in our exams department, who we received the news over the weekend that he passed on. I also remember student Sifundu Ndumelo, paralegal studies, who drowned at Camps Bay. And just shows the impact of how our colleagues and our students made impact on the lives of people that we sometimes don't even realize. Sifundu was a student that attended our church, and when we got the news of his drowning, they were searching for his body, and until today, they have never found his body. My grandson was very fond of him, and he asked me, Oupa, where, yes, I'm a Oupa. Yes, Oupa, where's Sifundu? Because he was always playing around with the young kids. And it shows that in his way, he even had an impact on the little ones, the toddlers that he saw every Sunday. Though their dreams and plans were cut short, we will forever cherish the impact they made in their time with us. Their laughter still echoes in our corridors. Their smiles brighten our days, and their spirit remains a part of who we are as a community. In honoring their memory, let us continue to carry forward their aspirations, keeping their light alive through the works we do, the dreams we chase, and the lives we touch. We will forever remember their contributions, knowing that they are now at peace, and their legacy will live on in our hearts and in this university. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Basson. Colleagues, there's been so many students and so many staff members that would have loved to come and say a few words on behalf of their colleagues and peers that they have lost. And I'm sure that they are sending their blessings and their light to those loved ones. So we appreciate those colleagues and staff for also wanting to be expressing their words of comfort. However, they are comforted by the people that they have shared their lives with, and their condolences goes to all the students and staff that we have lost. We're almost nearing the end of the program, and I would like to ask our Executive Director in the Office of the Vice Chancellor Office, Professor Henriette, known as Driekie Huiswemmer, to please share with us the closing remarks. Thank you, Prof. Driekie.
Good afternoon, colleagues, Chair of Council, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors, Registrar, Union members, students, security, IDFM, people sitting here who had experienced loss this year. I must say, I'm so touched by this ceremony. I'm touched to see how a community, our Cput community, came together to respect the lives of students, of staff. This is a dream that has come true. And I always wish that I was part of such an occasion. We live in a world where there's not a lot of appreciation for life. There's so much hate in this world. And we don't have enough occasions where one can come together and experience a deep sense of love, of unity, respect for life, for human life. And Vice Chancellor, I'm so proud of this university, whose vision is not only more something in paper, but we try to live it every day through our actions. We can talk, we can pay lip service, but it's in moments like this that we show our character, that our values come to life, and that we show that we care for our staff and students. So I'm really honored to say a few closing remarks. And what I've seen here today, before I will say a word of thanks to individuals here is that we really have gathered here in a spirit of reflection and remembrance at this beautiful dome of remembrance. For me, it's becoming almost a sacred place and space where we should more honor lives, not only those who have passed on, but also the lives that exist still here. We must celebrate the life that we have. We must celebrate while we are alive, because there will come a time when it's too late. And it is indeed, and I don't believe in cliches and empty words, but every day matters. Tomorrow may never even come. But how did we live today? How did we interact with each and every student? How did we treat our colleagues? How did we treat not only the VC, but the people in the lowest position of this university? Did you touch their hearts and shared love? I've seen a community today woven together by shared experiences, challenges, hardships. And for me, each name etched in this digital dome of remembrance with the names there, they all tell a unique story, a life that has touched the hearts of many, and a legacy that will hopefully continue to inspire us. I also want to say that it is natural to feel sorrow and grief, to cry, to shed a few tears. It's okay to mourn the absence of those who have walked these halls, shared their knowledge, and formed friendships that transcended time. Sometimes I wonder, but what is the meaning of life? What is the real true essence of life? And for me, the real essence of life is to love without condition, to talk without any intention, to give without reason, and to care without any expectation. For me, that's the spirit of our real existence. I want to thank each and every one here for the respect and dignity showed to all of us here and those who are even not here. I want to thank Prof. Mayende and his team, HC, Mrs. Dwane. Shahida, you have done an amazing job. And I think the way how it was set together certainly have touched many hearts and lives here today. But I also would like to thank those who made contributions, whether it has been through showing condolences or words of support. Chair of Council for coming all the way, VC, and also our convocation being represented by Mr. Malwande Sichwane, our Central SRC, who did us proud, and everyone, MCD, Kathy, team, IDFM, and our students there at the back, our chaperones, who helped us especially lighting our candles. It was quite challenging, I must say, and I was just worried for some moment that something may set a fire. So all of you made this happen. Well done. And may we continue to respect life, to care for others while they're still here. If I may, I would like to conclude with one of my favorite writers, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. She wrote a lot on death and dying. When we have done all the work we were sent to do, we are allowed to shed our bodies, which imprison our soul like a cocoon encloses the butterfly. And when the time is right, we can let go of it. And then we will be free of pain, free of fears, and free of worries, free as a beautiful butterfly returning home to Him. Thank you for being here.
Prof. Huyswemmer, thank you very much for that beautiful words. We can't express our thoughts in a program of such a nature without having some sadness and feelings of love to those that we have lost, but also sending blessings to those that we still have in our lives. And if there's any one of us that need to reconciliate or to make up or to express your thanks and your gratitude and your love to one another, let's do it all the time. Every day and every minute is a precious time. Next week and next month might not be there. So that is something that I always remember. What have I done today to make a difference in somebody's life and to shed light on that person's life? What is it that I can share, that we can share as a university with our colleagues and with our students? And if we look at our student graduates that's standing around the Dome of Remembrance, these are our next generation. These are our students that's going to take the next path and journey forward. And we need to feel proud, each and everyone sitting here. The faculties, the deans, the deputy vice-chancellors, teaching and learning, the registrar's office in particular, the vice-chancellor, DVC operations, all the executive members, human capital, CTS, the dean of students that have made it possible, especially with the vice-chancellor, all the deans, the lecturing staff, our admin support staff. It is because of you that our students are standing proud there today to also assist us, to chaperone us through this event. And the caliber of the students that we have really delivered and the outputs, it's really of a high caliber. So thank you to our students. Before we close the program, we still have 2 or 3 items. I'm going to ask Prosperity to please do a closing solemn melody for us. And then after that, I would like to ask that we do it in stages. If we could allow executive to please just roam around the Dome of Remembrance. The names will appear in the dome. You're welcome then to spend a few minutes in the dome and then exit. Once you have exited, the lunch will be served in the auditorium, and our chaperones will also direct those that is not sure where it will be served. There's a lunch box with some snacks to enjoy for this afternoon. So once we have the executives that have blessed the wreath, the dome, we will then ask the rest of ManCom members and then ask another 2 rows of staff just to have some kind of, that we don't congest one another within the Dome of Remembrance. Colleagues, I'm calling upon Prosperity to please honor us with a melody to remember and encapsulates all the words and moments that each one of you have expressed today. And these words that Prosperity will share through his melody will remain with us forever. And it will always resonate with you in terms of what you have said and what you have contributed. Prosperity, when you're ready.
And I will always love you, will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love you. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. Above all, I wish you love. And I will always love you. 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 I will always remember you. I will always think of you. Thank you.
Colleagues, we are towards the end of our program, and we would like to ask if the executive members, together with the Chair of Council and our special guest convocation, Mr. Malwandi, who has graced us with his pleasure here today. I think he had to come in from another province, so thank you so much. If together with the executive management, you could please then enter the Dome of Remembrance and spend a few minutes and then exit through the door towards the auditorium for lunch. So we will ask the executive members with the Vice Chancellor, Convocation, to please come towards the front. Colleagues, thank you so much. If you can please remain seated, the rest of you. August will assist us with a melody while the rest of you are waiting. Thank you very much. Colleagues, thank you so much for being here today, and have a blessed day further. May we ask the ManCom members, other ManCom members? As soon as ManCom members have had their moment, I would like to ask the SRC representatives to please then come up to the dome. Members of the SRC, please join us to share your blessings in the Dome of Remembrance. Oh, thank you. All the best to you also. You went to funeral? Yes. I came back here last night. Yeah. I also had one. I also had three. But my dad's brother. But you did very well. Thank you. It's so touching. You're able to. Thank you to our SRC. If we can maybe have the first two rows of colleagues to come to the dome and share your blessings. The first two rows. May we ask the next 2 rows to please come to the dome? Thank you very much. Thanks. Can our chaperones please assist to take some of the water to the auditorium, please? You might need 2 of you to carry 1 container. Our students. Colleagues, we may have the next 2 rows to please come to the front.
Listen, how far back did you go?